Of losing their homes. The federal eviction moratorium is extended until March 31st. As Catherine Robinson explains in our series Childhood Poverty, Cincinnati's Crisis, housing experts are still concerned because low-income housing programs don't offer immediate help.
The Housing Choice Voucher Program, which is still commonly referred to as Section 8, helps low-income families rent. But in order to get help from the program, families must wait. Sometimes years.
It's a slower process because of the amount of money that we're spending that we're providing from HUD.
In Cincinnati, the wait list last opened in September 2019. More than 13,400 people pre-applied. Cincinnati Metropolitan Housing Authority randomly selected 6,500 of them. Once on the wait list, CMHA starts at the top of the list, calling to see if applicants qualify. As the president of Strategies to End Homelessness, Kevin Finn knows how slow it is for low-income families to get help with housing in Cincinnati.
Thinking that you're going to solve your housing crisis by signing up for a Section 8 subsidy is kind of like your retirement plan being to win the lottery. It's just not a responsible way or a realistic way of approaching that goal.
Everything from funding to finding a place to live determines how fast housing authorities can go through the list. Because of that, there is no statistic for how long it takes each person to get housing, but the simplest answer is years. Leslie Wardlow is CMHA's Senior Communications Coordinator.
There's no real definition of how long it takes for someone to get on the wait list. It depends on the attrition value, how many people are coming off.
And since a voucher holder will pay no more than 30% of their income, and everyone's income is different, how much CMHA pays changes. When some voucher holders lost their jobs in the pandemic, CMHA had to pay out more for rent.
We are given a certain amount of dollars from HUD to fund the program.
Those dollars are dispersed like this. A voucher recipient looks for a house or an apartment. Their portion of the rent is no more than 30% of their gross income. That is how HUD defines affordable housing. Housing authorities like CMHA pay the rest.
With the average amount that we pay the landlords, that's how we can determine how many families we can help.
Then there's the issue of finding a landlord who will accept the voucher. If a family qualifies, they have 90 days to find housing.
It's not uncommon for someone to wait for years on the waiting list, get a subsidy, and then not be able to use it.
There are preferences that help veterans, people with disabilities, and the elderly move to the top of the list. Catherine Robinson, Local 12 News.
Now, there is a housing wait list that's open. It's specifically for people with disabilities between the ages of 18 and 62. To learn more about the Housing Choice Voucher Program, head to CincinnatiPoverty.com.